Hello and welcome back to Mark's House and Garden UK on another wet Sunday morning. Now there is a plant in my garden which I planted, which is starting to scare me a little. In fact, I woke up thinking about it this morning. And the reason it's scaring me is because it's becoming so big and quite invasive incredibly quickly. Now DEFRA have just banned the gunnerer. And I believe there might even be a case for putting some kind of ban on this particular plant. It's through this gap here in my exotic tropical jungle garden. I'm going to show it you in a minute. Now, what do you think I am talking about? Because let me tell you, it's not bamboo, which we already know needs a barrier to stop it from running. It's not the Paonia, this tree here, which can grow 6 meters in a season. It's not the mine Gerome business plant, this ground cover, which is known to be invasive and has covered all of the floor in my fernery in under 2 years. Before I show you the culprit, which is just to my left here, you can just see it peeping into the shot. Let me run the footage of this plant only 3 months ago after winter. And you can see that it's about 2 foot tall, looks quite innocuous, quite a healthy plant, and a lovely specimen at that size. Now, I was warned about this plant and the fact that it can be invasive and the fact that it can even get under concrete. And this is what it looks like now after only 3 months. And here it is. Just look at it. It's becoming an absolute beast. Let me get in and amongst it so you can get a better perspective. This is only 3 months of growth. You've seen the footage 3 months ago. The size of it isn't really the problem for me. The problem for me is the fact that this plant has already put out 3 little babies. And if those babies could become this big in only 2 years, because I think this one is about 2 years old, we could have a problem on our hands. Now, I was wondering how it spreads. And I have already been told that if you move the soil around the roots, it sends out runners, and those runners can shoot up and become plants. And that's exactly what we've got here. I've dug them up to show you. These are 2 of the 3 pups that have come off of that plant behind me. And look at that. That's part of its root there. And because the soil has been disturbed and that root has come near the surface, it sent up a baby plant, a baby tetrapanax. Now, you might pay 30 quid for a tetrapanax in a garden centre, so I might have a way of making money if I was to start selling these. But there's another one, and there is a 3rd one here, and there's a 4th one over there which ran off last year. And you can see already that this baby from last year is already becoming quite a significant plant in its own right. They could get everywhere. Because as you can see, in the space of only 2 years, I've only lived here 2 years. I've got 1 here, and 3 down there. I moved 2 out of this border this year and put them by the pond. I'll show you some footage of those right now, and they're taking off. Before I know it, my whole garden could be full of Tetrapanax rex. Now, if they can ban gunnerer for being invasive, and they've certainly banned Japanese knotweed, and incidentally there's a plant here called Persicaria, which is a relative of Japanese knotweed, and I don't know if you can see it in shot, but that's how big that is after 1 year. Then surely they must be thinking about this. It's a beautiful plant. It's got wonderful jungle-like leaves. But what impact is that going to have if it starts to get established in the UK and spread those roots everywhere? A bit worrying. I'm a bit worried. What do you think? Put your comments below this video and let me know. I have been warned. Several people have already told me about it. Tetrapanax, a plant that's scaring me a little. Hope you've enjoyed that. I'll see you soon for some more gardening adventures. Bye for now.